Hey, everybody. My name is Carlos Luna, and welcome to the Indie Showcase on Roll20. To my left, I guess for the screen, it's to my right. It's Logan Dean.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're
Yeah.
right. Got it. Yeah, hi. I'm
Hey,
Logan Dean.
This is Logan Dean. Yeah, he's going to be playing this game with me today. Also, we have Edward Castle. He is the creator of this game, Travelogue. Edward, say hi.
Hi, my name's Edward Castle. Thank you. I am a artist and game designer, and I'm excited for everybody to check out this new game. This I have going.
Awesome, yeah. And in the top right-hand corner is Terry.
Hey, what's up? My name's Terry Tabers. I've been Edward's friend for a while, and I'm happy to join you guys.
Yeah, and I love this. I love that creators get to come on the stream and they just bring their friends to play their games. I feel like we get to see a different side of the creator when that happens. As opposed, like, you're playing with your friends, not just like some strangers that you have to be on your best behavior on, and hopefully.
And Terry's definitely my security blanket.
Yeah. How long have you guys known each other?
Second grade.
Second grade.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Long time. This is
What?
Way back.
Yeah.
What was the name of your second grade teacher?
Edward?
Arsenal? Booth?
Booth.
Booth.
Booth?
Yeah, there it is. Miss Booth.
Yes.
This sounds planned.
I
It
know,
doesn't
it-
sound
it
like they
is-
don't know each other at all.
We made a grave mistake.
I saw Edward almost say Mr. Teacher. He almost said Mr. Teacher?
Yeah.
What do you think?
That was a very long time ago, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Long time ago.
That's awesome. And you guys have been friends. So did you guys remain friends, or did you become were you good friends and then you kind of lost touch somewhere along the way? And because I have people like that in my life, nowhere near that long though.
No, man. I would say we've been friends since the second grade, period.
Yeah,
It's just,
correct.
I don't really make friends, So
Apparently.
if I do make a friend, yeah, it's for life, man.
Oh yeah. Did you decide that in the second grade? Or you just like, man, I'm not gonna make. I know what this is all about. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
make any new friends.
I came to him with the speech. I was like, hey, man, I'm kind of cool. I really don't do friends, but you're all right. You're all right.
Yeah, he shared his Capri Sun and
Yeah.
There he
got,
was.
got matching tattoos and,
Yeah.
yeah,
Here we are.
Pokemon tattoos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. Awesome. Edward, let's talk about your game, because that's why we're here tonight. Travelogue. Explain to our viewers what that is. Explain your history with it to begin with. Yeah.
Travelogue is always called a drawing and world building game. It's in the tradition of Avery Alder's The Quiet Year or Ben Robbins' Microscope. So a game that's kind of like what Quiet Year was so influential for me. It was like showing, hey, a game doesn't necessarily have to be about you have characters. You can draw a map. You can kind of play out little scenes. And that was definitely a big paradigm shift in how I looked at role-playing games and how they didn't have to just be about, kind of community theater and collaborative storytelling in that aspect. And it's kind of transformed into like, this is a game you can play asynchronously. You can play across time and space. And it definitely uses different verbs in a lot of role-playing games where it's kind of acting and kind of storytelling, where this one's storytelling through drawing, creative writing, and the conversations we'll have.
Yeah, that's awesome. How long did you work on it? How long were you working on it?
So it started as a Powered by the Apocalypse game.
Oh, cool.
It had it was a character-based, very traditional kind of role-playing game, and traditional indie role-playing game, I should say. And over time, I just kept stripping away parts of it, and then Avery, who I must give a big shout out to because I would not be here if it were not for her, started this mentorship where she was looking for emerging game designers. And you basically send a pitch in about what your game is. And I was like, hey, I kind of have this idea for a role-playing game where you make postcards. And then she's helped me over the last year to develop it into what it is today.
Oh, wow. Avery, what's the name of the organization?
Yeah, so Avery's website, I want to give a shout out to also. It's called Buried Without Ceremony.
Okay.
And she has emerging designers mentorship program.
Yeah.
So if you go to buriedwithoutceremony.com/mentorship, you can see the other creators that she's working with and kind of like a very short paragraph and pitch about what their games are. And these are people from all over the world, very unique and different ideas. I highly recommend, if you're into game design or role-playing games in general, check out and see what these people are doing, because they're just really creative and different kind of role-playing games coming up right now.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. I love hearing things like that in the community. Like people, like, first of all, that takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. So hats off. And I went to the website the other day, and there's a lot of people on it. Like, there's a lot of great designers, and like the mentorship program, like, I barely have time for my own stuff. You know what I mean? Like how do you spend, like, it's just amazing that people like volunteer their time to like help other people with those things. And, you know.
Yeah. And Avery, like she's put out games while doing this too.
Yeah.
Like, she's still working, and she's taken the time to help people like myself, people in Trinidad, like there's some people up in North California. Yeah, it's incredibly generous. And I think there's a lot of good that can come out of, you know, when you get it rung up, looking back and trying to help someone else get it rung up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. That's so awesome. What is your history with gaming? Like, how long have you always been into this?
I've been playing video games pretty much from the jump, as early as I can remember. And that's a big part of, you know, Terry and I's early friendship. You know, we bond over video games. I would bring in strategy guides, and actually the first time I role played was with Terry when we were doing Dungeons and Dragons back in early high school, I guess.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I kind of left, you know, I didn't keep up with the scene for, you know, 10 years or so. And I started hearing about games like, you know, Dungeon World and, you know, Quiet Year, Monster Hearts, all these Powered by the Apocalypse games, Blades in the Dark. And I was like, there's some really, the genre has changed a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's funny you mentioned Dungeon World. Adam Cobal's in the chat right now.
Hi, Adam. This game exists because of you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. We, you know, Edward, I will give you a check later for saying that. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah. Thanks.
But so Edward, you and Terry were playing games at a young age. I still can't get over this second grade thing. I'm trying to think if I even know of someone from second grade, and I can't think of anyone.
People stay friends for a long time, Carlos.
Do I have intimacy issues?
I have no idea. I can't get close enough to find out.
Chat.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about me a little bit later. Terry, Edward was saying that you guys had played role-playing games before, that you played like Dungeons and Dragons before. Can you tell me a little bit about those games, what he's like, what that was like?
Yeah, for sure. So when we played, I think my first character, we played D&D 3.5. That was my introduction into tabletop and role-playing games, apart from the video game side. And I rolled a monk. He rolled, was it a rogue? Can't quite remember.
A ranger.
Gnome ranger. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. And then it went from there. We had a great campaign. Had a pretty decent DM that pretty much told us the rules of tabletop. And then we played a completely different campaign where I played a paladin, and it just blew up from there. I fell in love with the genre, fell in love with tabletop. Always been a fan of video games since I was 5 years old. So yeah, and our friendship grew and flourished through video games. I can honestly say that, and role-playing games.
That's awesome. Terry, what do you do? What are you in this game scene at all, or is a hobbyist? What do you do?
I'm a game enthusiast, games of all types, but I'm a data scientist for municipal bonds and climate change for this company called Risk in Boston. And so yeah, that's what I do. I'm also an IT consultant here in Tennessee. So yeah, no, I just do technical stuff, but I just love games, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, whenever I hear people say like their jobs, it always just I automatically like disqualify myself from it. I'm like, there's no way I can do that. Do you even see that? Sometimes I look at like movies or like people who like are like a tennis player, I'm like, I could do that.
You say I could
I say
play,
I could play
tennis
tennis
professionally?
Yeah, I could probably do that. Like fencing. I don't know why, guys. I think I would be really good at fencing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, no one knows whether or not I can be, I guess, except for me.
There's no way to find out.
Yeah, but what Terry just
absolutely
explained
not.
his job, I was just like, no, there's no possible way that I can do any of that. Like, I gave up before I tried to answer.
No, you could do it, man. You could do it.
I don't know.
I've seen you work. I'm pretty sure you could figure it out.
You've seen me fake work. I don't know if you've seen me work.
That's fair.
Logan.
That's me.
Yeah, let's talk about you.
Oh.
What's your history with gaming?
Oh, like tabletop role-playing gaming?
Yeah. or-
About 20 years ago, I bought this Star Wars Invasion of Theed box set, and I thought it was a board game.
Well, wait. Oh, it was a role-playing game.
Oh, yeah, it was a starter kit.
Oh.
It was a Wizards of the Coast Star Wars role-playing game, and we all rolled up characters, and then found out one of us had to run the game. And it was an awkward moment, and then I stepped in, and now I have to run every game ever.
Every game ever?
Yeah.
Every game ever, yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the GM's plight.
It's the curse.
Once you GM one game,
Yeah.
you're forever GM.
Yeah.
And so my fate was sealed on that day, and I've been playing because the Star Wars D20 from Wizards of the Coast was basically 3rd edition with a coat of Star Wars paint on it.
Oh.
So yeah, ever since then, been rolling those shapes with the numbies on them.
Yeah.
As the kids say.
Yep.
As the word on the street, you've been rolling them dice with the numbies on.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. I like the Edge of the Empire Star Wars. I think that's really fun.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Edge of the
Fantasy
Empire.
Flight did a great job.
Yeah. I thought that was really good. Yeah, awesome. Cool. So is Travelogue available right now for people to play?
No, it comes out Tuesday, and it's going to come out through Roll20. There is ambitions to make a book out of it eventually, but for a while, it's going to live on Roll20, and we're going to see. It is a game that it actually is a natural fit because Roll20 allows you to collaboratively draw, and multiple. As we play the game, you'll see how Roll20 can work with this because this is very much like it meant to be a drawing, like around the table game. But I was actually pretty surprised how quickly it adapted to. You can play this online through Roll20.
Excellent. And with that, let's get into it. How about it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's go.
Ready?
Let me switch over this cool overlay that they made. Whoa! You guys can't see what that was, but it was cool.
That was awesome. I can't believe it.
Cool. Edward, I completely give you the reins to run your game as you like to run your game. Logan and I, and Terry too, we are your players, so lead away.
Okay, awesome. So basically, the rules are going to exist in the handout section. I'm not going to read all of them. Gives you something to entice and look at, but I'll kind of run you through the overarching ideas of the game, and then just kind of get into it. It's a little strange at first, but as you start to play, it'll come make sense.
Cool.
So yeah, Travelogue is a drawing and collaborative world building game about travel. The goal of the game is to build worlds region by region and give them life by creating maps and postcards of those collaboratively created places. The longer Travelogue is played, the more the world is fleshed out. Gameplay involves conversation, dice rolling, creative writing, and drawing. Like Travelogue is a game you can play by yourself. You can play in small groups. As I said, you could play it post by post. You can mail the game to each other. It's really flexible in how you play because, as I said, the verbs that you use for this game aren't necessarily like acting, like you do with most role-playing games. It's drawing and writing. So just keep that in mind. Like this is I always call this an introvert's role-playing game. For maybe people who don't want to necessarily do the acting parts of role-playing, you still get some of the experience through that. The game is divided into 3 phases: the Explore, Survey, and Chronicle. And so each phase is going to build out a little part of the world step by step, and until we kind of give a more of an idea what the game is. But like I said, like the principle in Dungeon World, draw maps and leave blank spaces definitely was a huge influence, and that's how this game works too. We're going to draw a map, but we're going to leave some blank spaces, and we're going to kind of fill in the blanks as we play, and we'll kind of figure out what this world is like. So basically, I want to start by reading the principles of this game, because this is a drawing game. And since it requires collaborative, creative play, and we're going to be drawing and role-playing and writing in front of an audience here, things in mind. And don't feel bad. Like, the number one principle is drawing good is not the goal. We're not here to make paintings or things that are going to change people's lives. We're here to just kind of get ideas out and work them out better.
Thank God.
Yeah, you're good. Literally the first thing, drawing good is not the goal. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Always keep that in mind.
All right.
That's good. Logan, can you draw?
Yeah, I went to school for illustration.
Oh, there we go.
I'm logging off now.
Yeah, right? Did you really? You went to school? Oh, my God.
I majored in illustration. I dropped out, so I never got a degree.
Any art degree, you know, you spent some time there, so you're good.
Yeah.
That's
Terry, you're bad at drawing, I take it?
Yeah, man, I'm a data guy.
You're just gonna be. All of Terry's stuff looks like Excel spreadsheets. I don't know why.
Oh, there's
so
a beauty.
Right?
There's a
I love
subtle
Excel.
beauty to an Excel spreadsheet.
No, that is very true.
Hey, there is some
Correct.
in Japan who paints with Excel, and it's incredible. Google it. There's a video.
Yeah.
Do Google it later, obviously. But
Oh, not right now.
worth it.
Okay,
No,
cool.
no, please.
Yeah. My hands are up.
I
Yeah.
already got it off the rails. Okay, so principles here. We got a few more to go through.
Yeah.
Another one's expressive. You know, just when you make something, just be loose, be expressive. Another one's make it now, refine it later. This is for the people like me and maybe like Logan who want to just get down and kind of make all the little fine details. This is about getting ideas out. So just kind of keep that in mind. Play to explore your curiosity. Leave things unknown. And above all else, be respectful to the cultures you depict and the creations of your peers.
Yeah.
And that's just, a gimme for that one.
Yeah. Be a good human being. Yeah.
Yeah, you think you'd have to write that rule, but when it comes down to
100%.
case,
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
Say that explicitly.
Yeah.
So we're going to start here with the first phase, explore. So basically, we're going to share a map, and we're going to start figuring out the geography of this region that we're figuring out. One thing about regions I like to keep in mind is that these are not places necessarily defined by borders. This is more kind of like, when you're in a state border, that it's kind of a little bit like one state, it kind of a little bit like another state, or countries are kind of close together. It's about a kind of shared culture that kind of permeates things like borders. So basically, we're going to start here with the explore phase. I'm going to go in the order of it's listed out in Roll20, if this is okay. So we're going to start with me, then Carlos, then Terry, and then Logan. And then we'll kind of figure out everything. So basically, explore, we're taking the role of cartographers. We're documenting the geography of the region with creative map making. So I will start here on the macros. Thanks to Dean over at Roll20 that helped me set me up with these. So if you go to the macros page on the top right and go down to rollable tables, there's a table called the Atlas chart table. And it's also listed as a handout too, if you want to just look at that. But anyway, so we're going to roll that, and it's going to give me the geography here. So what do we get? All right, so swamp. So basically, I'm going to take us, if you don't mind, I'm going to drag us over to the map page here. Roll20. All right, perfect. And basically what I'm going to do is you're going to pick any random place on the map. So for me, I'm going to find right around here.
Hang on 1 second. It's not flipping on my screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you might.
out.
I think you also have GM
Oh,
capabilities.
yeah. You're right. I have to rejoin as a player. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh, you're looking at me like I was doing something wrong.
No, can you see? Did the screen move on yours?
It's changed to the blank.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it changed to a blank page.
Excellent. Yeah, I got it.
We did it.
Perfect.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away. We should be good.
Yeah, no, you're good. So basically, I'm just going to do a little drawing here. I'm going to do a swamp maybe down here. I'll try. And again, for me, the first rule of making this game is also one of the first rules of this game is be fast and be expressive, because I'm one of those people who want to work on something forever. So I'm just going to draw a little bit of swamps here.
That's a pretty good fast swamp right there.
Solid.
Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm intimidated.
I think
I've spent a lot of time on this game, so
Okay.
I've had practice drawing these things.
Yeah, it's important to both Terry and I that everyone understand that we are not good at drawing.
Yes.
So humble.
I didn't mean to put you on the internet blast with your drawings, but here we are, right?
Yep.
All right, so Carlos, it's your turn here. So if you want to set yourself up and roll the macro, or if you can roll 2D, whatever you prefer.
Cool. So I'm going to the macro tab, and I'm hitting Atlas chart table.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me roll that. What did I get?
Dunes.
What did I get?
Dunes.
Yeah.
Well, what's dune? Isn't dunes just sand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
one thing.
Show us.
I mean, I got flat sand, guys.
Well, dunes are
dunes
raised
You
sand.
got it.
Okay, so a little bit of hill stuff?
Yeah,
Like
there's
hill sand.
Hill sand.
yeah, exactly.
Are we talking these dunes are in the distance, or are they right here next to the swamp?
No, that's what you choose where they are. So it's like you on the map and like, oh, where did these dunes go? When you play the game at a table, what I do is have players drop dice on the page, and that's where the dice land. That's where you put it.
Gotcha.
But this, it's a little bit of the Roll20 edition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And if you need a little influence or inspiration, I'd like the Atlas chart table under handouts. Basically, the way it works is a 6x6 grid.
Okay.
And it so dunes is the combination of both hill and desert. So you necessarily don't know what dunes are, or if you don't know what chaparral is, you just kind of combine what does hills and desert combined to look like.
Okay, cool. I'm going to draw some hilly deserts, some dunes, as it were, right around here. So, man, I picked like the ugliest color of all time.
That's pretty sandy.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, I like it.
And
yeah,
then,
there you go.
Oh, wait, no, that one cut. Oh, okay. There's some dunes right there. There's a bigger one right there. And then, oh, hold on. I'm going to... Guys, I'm really nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous right now. Oh, wait, that's like a peach. I don't want a peach.
Drawing good is not the goal here.
Yeah. So check it out, guys.
Dude, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand.
Yeah.
You're good.
Very
Well,
sweet.
yeah, now.
Sand does.
And feel free to make it a little larger because so basically right now we're defining the major geography, right? This is like the Mount Fuji, the Mount, or the oceans. Like when you think of Japan, right? We think of like, rice or like, I'm sorry, places where rice terraces, you think of Mount Fuji, you think of the ocean. Those are like the major geographic features of the area, right?
Gotcha.
So when people talk about this region, and this game is like kind of genre and setting agnostic, this can be like this world, it might be a fantasy world, it might be another planet, it might be our world, it's for us to make up. We're trying to figure out what this region is.
Gotcha. Okay. Check out these dunes.
Yeah, perfect.
I like it.
Yeah, you're getting it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Now I know what God feels like. Okay, cool. Dunes.
Yeah.
Dunes.
Yeah.
All right, Terry, your turn. So you can, and if there's also you can roll the dice if you want to go that way with 2d6, but whatever you prefer.
No, I'll do my thing here.
Yeah. What do we get for
Marsh.
Marsh.
This is some real high quality real estate around here.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the difference between a marsh and a swamp? I don't know this.
I believe
That's the question I was gonna ask.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
Marsh is like not entirely submerged.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think of a marsh as a little bit grassier, right? Like you think of like real tall reeds and things, where the swamp is, trees and alligators.
I always thought of a swamp as like a water forest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like Dagobah.
Yeah, the swamp planet of
Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
You know what? Now you got me. I'm gonna put a little tree in here just while Terry's getting.
Man,
Dude,
I love the future. I love the future is that we can play this little drawing game, and people will watch it and watch us horribly draw things. It's so cool.
Yeah,
Well,
dude,
it's
the
looking pretty
future's
good
awesome.
so far.
It is, and here's the thing, though. This is what I love about it. I'm super excited. I think we're doing really good. Look at that marsh.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh yeah, this is.
I'm gonna throw some green water in there because I figure,
Oh, yeah.
like marshlands.
Marsh has got a marsh.
Marsh has got a marsh, man.
What? Where'd that tree come from?
Yeah, where'd that tree come from?
I'm conforming with Logan's idea here of swamp or tree-like.
Water forest.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
water forest.
few trees, but they're gonna be different trees. They're gonna
Yeah.
be more like viney trees, you know?
Like reeds. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm
Yeah.
digging that. Last Gaming said, "Don't let the marsh bog you down."
Oh.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh,
Right.
I like it. Love the inspiration.
I-
All right.
yeah.
Try
I'm
not to
ready
laugh
for
at that
the-
joke, but it's pretty good. So
It's good.
there you go.
I'm pro puns.
Yeah.
I like those reeds.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna throw in some. Maybe there's like a vine connecting. I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah, I like it,
Man,
yeah.
man, Get wild.
I'm expressionist, you know. Like,
This is the time to move in. You know, look at this. We got some nice bog. We got a little swamp, marsh, a little desert here.
throw a little grass here.
Man, you did the grass on the outside right there.
Yeah, man. You know,
Yeah, I like it.
filling it in a little bit. I'm also on an optical mouse, so cut me some slack.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I brought my drawing tablet.
Oh, did you really?
Whoa.
I was wondering how you got those trees up so
Yeah.
fast.
I'm using a vertical mouse right now.
I'm also using
Yeah.
an optical mouse. So
That's the creator's advantage. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Oh, no, I love it. I think I'm almost done. Let me throw some more blues in. I'm like Bob Ross right now.
nice.
Nice, happy little read, and
Yeah.
So chill. So chill.
Let me get my art off on the internet. That's funny.
I know. And little did you know, in second grade, that you're like, he's gonna make me draw in front of a bunch of people on the internet.
Right?
This is
And it still looks like my art from the second grade. So
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. All right, I'm done, guys.
oh
Perfect.
beautiful.
Marsh.
Beautiful.
All right, Mr. Logan, your
this,
turn.
this is intimidating. All right, what do I
Forest
Forest
Lake.
Lake. Wait a
Forest
minute.
Man, this is a
Yeah,
Kevin
what?
Costner. This is a Kevin Costner designed water world we got going on here.
Right?
Yeah, I like it.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Climate change is a bitch, guys.
Yeah.
take some of this real estate up here.
Oh, what's that? Where's it going? Yeah.
Pop that.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Get some trees going as the forest part of it. Come on. Okay.
It kind of looks like, oh, well, not anymore. To me, it kind of looked like an egg frying on a pan, and those were the heat things coming off of it.
Like the heat lines?
Yeah, the heat lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
And now
Oh,
little
I'm
green bells.
I mean that's a bright green. I'm also on a mouse, so
All right, it works.
I
Where-
see
The
it,
thing is-
man. Yeah.
The thing about
consummate
drawing
V's.
Consummate
It's like-
V's. Is that what you were quoting?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little Homestar Runner. A little strong bad for you.
Throw it back a
Yeah.
little bit.
Consummate V's.
You know, the thing about drawing is like, you know, it takes 5 seconds to draw something someone recognizes as a car.
Yeah.
Or you could spend 5 years working on something like, oh man, that's a really realistic car. Be like, yeah, but I figured out it was a car 5 seconds into drawing.
Yeah,
it.
that's true.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, art is
So-
dumb.
There we go. That works.
Yeah, there it is. You
Yeah.
Stick it to it. There we go.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
that's great.
Right, all right. This is our map right now. These are the major geographic features of the map. So when people talk about this region, they're going to talk about this big desert, the swamps, the marsh, the forest lake. These are like the really defining things of this area. So when we start thinking about the culture, we're going to think about what kind of culture settles into an area like this.
Ooh, okay. Gotcha.
But we're still working on the geography here. So we're on the part 2 of the first phase. And that's where we start looking at minor geography or minor geographic features. So like when you think of a volcanic island, this is always the example I love to give, right? The main geographic features are going to be things like a giant volcano, the ocean set around it. And then there's little things like, you know, rivers, grasslands. So we're basically going to just re-roll on the same table. And instead of kind of making it big, we're just going to put little symbols. So like if Terry were to do, again, if you were to get Marsh reeds, you would just do your little reeds again.
Okay.
So for example, here, I will roll. And what did I get here? Cliffs.
Cliffs.
Yeah, so maybe the way I kind of see it is if I have some, and you pick anywhere on the map for this, and this kind of like what works. So I'm thinking of like some cliffs that kind of separate the desert here from maybe some of the water.
Oh.
All right.
Green here, yeah. Sorry, like, oh man, that is there anything but mint green in here? Let's see.
Yeah, that's a really bright green.
You know what? It might just be. I mean, I don't want to spend all day on my palette here.
Sometimes I watch like map makers like on Twitch or on YouTube. And they do such an amazing job at like building and to me when I look at it, it looks like it's the same pieces over and over again. Like obviously like a tree, the same shape of a tree. But when there's a million of them, it looks incredible and just feels good. I don't know why it feels good, but it does.
Yeah, there's just something about like you're like, oh, these look like a bunch of M's here.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, it's just like, oh no, he's got that. So sorry, I was getting a little trouble loading my color up here. So maybe these like little kind of.
Look at that, little Homer Simpson cliffs over there.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and these are just kind of minor. These are people don't talk about the cliffs here, but they exist. You know, maybe some people bike ride through them. You know, there's a little grass here. It's kind of So it's just little things, not necessarily big part. Okay.
Excellent.
So yeah, Carlos, you again?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll. What do I got?
Rolling grassland.
Rolling grassland, guys. All my stuff is rolling. Okay, let's do this. Let's pick some non-mint green. Is there non-mint green?
There's a couple greens.
Oh yeah, there's some pretty good greens.
Kind of area.
Yeah. Rolling grasslands. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have the grasslands come off the cliff, and they're kind of just starting to like feed into this dune area, right there. That's why. Yeah, look at that. Have that go there, and that in here. Do one of those. And then it kind of like, oh, this is not easy at all. Yeah. I think it starts hitting right around there, right around the edge of my dunes. And then it's just going to click wildly all over.
Yeah, there you go.
I like it.
Yeah.
Put a little fuzz on it.
Yeah, just rolling. Maybe it makes its way to this marsh. I was gonna call it a swamp. It's obviously, guys. It's obviously not a swamp.
It's very obviously a marsh.
Look at
Marsh.
It's definitely looks like a marsh to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick a little bit darker green. Is that what this is? Or this looks like the same green.
Yeah, I think you just selected the same green.
It's the same green. Okay. I am done. Those are some beautiful rolling grasslands.
I love it.
Roll grasslands right into the rolling dunes.
Yeah, right into the rolling dunes.
Yeah. Okay, Terry, your turn.
All right, I'm up. And I have High Coast.
Oh.
Ooh,
okay.
High Coast.
High Coast.
Guys,
what does that sound like to you?
Well, it kind of sounds like, let's see here. It kind of sounds like a cliff-like area.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say, I don't know, that kind of has me kind of messed up here. But
do you need an ocean to draw it? Do coasts have to go on the ocean?
They can go on lakes.
They go on
ponds.
lakes? I guess that makes sense.
Ah,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, I'll say up here, um, I'll say this is a high coast here, and it's kind of coasting into the forest lake area.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's see if I can get another color going. Let's do like a orange sandy type
Yeah, like
thing.
clay.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
Clay coast.
Yeah, clay
Clay high
coast.
coast.
Yeah, hey. Maybe the name for it.
Yeah. Dude, I know someone's making art like me right now and getting paid millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars. Millions of dollars, says Terry.
Millions.
Millions.
I don't discount it.
Yeah.
Let's throw some red clay in there. you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Specks here, darts there. And since it's kind of coasty.
Because it's
Okay.
kind of coasty.
Kind of cozy in here.
Let's have like a little water right here. Just so you know, there's like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
boom, there you go.
Nice.
Awesome. I love it.
All right.
I love it.
Guys, I
There we
think
go.
we're good at this.
Yeah, we're
I'm feeling
pros.
great.
Right?
Mountain bald. What?
What is that? A
We're
bald
getting
mountain.
deep geography here, guys.
Mountain bald. Is that like the top of a mountain that's got like snow on it? Or
So I will say that mountain bald is the combination of mountain and grass. We're dominant mountain, and grass is the sub kind of thing.
so like a big
Right.
hill.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would think that there would be no grass on the mountain if it was bald.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a real thing. Actually, we're
No one's
Tennessee.
accusing you of making it up.
Yeah. Except
Yeah.
maybe
Let
Google,
me get
which
my
I could
book
ask
out.
right
Let me
now.
show you mountain balds.
All right. Well, if it's a mountain, I'm going to put it kind of a little bit out of the way.
Yeah, bald mountain.
Put it behind the marsh. I'm going to do this.
Oh, there it is.
It's going to loom over everything. Why is this not?
Oh, yeah, it takes a second.
Okay.
Oh,
And we're going to use this green that I found that is assuredly green to put this grass all over it.
Very nice.
I can't remember the last time I drew.
Yeah, me neither. I
Just a
was
second
right?
ago, I watched you draw
Well, you know
some
what I
rolling
mean.
glass
Before
grass.
today.
yeah.
Before today, Logan. I can't remember the last time I drew before today. I think once a year I try to draw and I fail so because sometimes you like stumble upon like a YouTube video that shows you like how to sketch faces really quickly, and then
Yeah.
like you look at it and you're like, I can do that, and then you sit down and you're like, I can't do this. What
Yeah,
was
I
I
can't.
thinking?
I'm gonna put a little.
you do those speed painters, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
like, okay,
I'm gonna
you
put a
draw like
little.
the circle for the eyeball,
Yeah,
and then like 2 minutes later, you're
Then
like,
it's done.
okay, now we're adding the immaculate detail of the
Yeah.
iris. You're like, hold on, can we come back to the circle, please?
yeah.
I'm gonna put a little intrigue here and add a curious cave.
Oh, look at that
Ooh.
cave. Where does it go?
I don't know.
I don't know. We haven't drawn the other side of that
No.
of that mountain yet.
Who knows if it comes out or not?
Who knows? Maybe it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
All right, that looks good.
Cool.
That's awesome.
All right. So like, this is our map. This is the geography of this place.
Excellent.
Yeah. So like, what do you guys think when you look at it? Like, what do you kind of,
I think. What do I think or what do I feel? Because I feel like they're two different things.
Hey, I'm an artist. I'm an artist at heart. So always, what do you feel? Is my purpose.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good for four guys doing this who don't draw maps.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I understand what's going on in each section of this map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Build it together. All right, cool. So we're going to move on to phase 2 here, survey. So in the survey phase, players take the role of travel guides, highlighting the parts of the culture that define the region. This is divided up into 2 parts. We're going to first discover points of interest on the map, and then we're going to take a regional survey and kind of figure out what people are about. So at the points of interest, we're basically going to find places people visit, who visit this area, like where are people going? So basically, we're going to each go around, and actually, it's snake order. So we're going to start with you, Logan.
Oh, no.
And you're going to start with the, it's called POI chart on the rollable table. So points of interest. It's pretty simple. It's 1d6 here.
Okay.
And it's just you're going to pick an area. So like maybe draw a little dot or an X or.
Before I roll?
Before you roll.
Okay.
So you could just kind of pick an area you think that it would be a point of interest.
I'll go with the Curious Cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just put a little X there.
Yeah. Okay. And now just roll on the chart and let's see what you get here.
Outskirts.
So it's gonna. Yeah. So this talks about each of the points of interest. It shows how populated it is. So this is kind of the outskirts to an area, maybe a more populated area. So. Think of like maybe like a kind of suburban-y kind of area. There might be little houses or, kind of not quite rural, because it goes from basically secluded to rural to outskirts to metropolitan is the most busy. So think of how you'd kind of draw like a subdivision-y or suburban-y type area.
Okay.
I don't want to use that word because it's a little too loaded imagery-wise, so it's kind of
I always think of I grew up in Michigan, and like on the outside of town there's just like potato fields and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna draw kind of like what I think that like these like almost like desolate lines that are like no one really lives here, but they could if they wanted.
But there's too many potatoes.
Too many potatoes. I'm from a place that makes potatoes and sugar beets.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Bay City, Michigan.
Huh.
Never go there.
Yeah, I don't plan on going there.
I live out there, so don't go there.
Yeah, and then like the people keep these outside of town because there's a spooky cave here.
Plant the potatoes by the cave. There's too many spooky things.
You gotta try those cave potatoes.
They're
unreal.
It's a good place to store potatoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spooky cave.
Yeah.
I like it.
Cool.
Spooky cave potatoes. Okay, so now we're to you, Terry. Same thing. Pick a spot on the map, and then.
All right, I'm gonna pick right here down in these grasslands. Oh, it's a red X.
Oh, there you go. Red X marks the spot.
Yeah. And what do we have?
Metropolis.
Metropolis.
Oh, wow. Yes, Terry.
Dude,
big
all
city.
Right. Let's go. Let's get our big city on right now.
What does the cities look like? Are they towers? Are they like domes? Are they like...
Yeah, that's the question we got. So it's like, you're at the edge of cliffs, you're in the grassland, maybe by the desert. So like, how would a city look in an area like that?
I got you. Okay. So maybe they have, okay, let's see here. Maybe they have these, I did use red. So maybe they have these real beautiful red, almost like hills, but they're actually like cities. Within the rolling hills, they're like cities nestled in, and they are red. Give me some time here. This optical mouse. So they're like little red, like I guess if you're looking from a bird's eye view, they would look like little red berries, like in a sea of green.
Oh, I like that.
And that they can house water there. They can house potatoes that they got from the potato cave. And
I like that we're totally gonna call that the potato cave.
I mean, what else are we calling it?
It's totally gonna be the potato cave the entire time.
It has to be. It's canon.
See,
yeah,
Logan. Yeah, you brought the potatoes with you. You left Michigan, but kept the potato.
That's really too true.
You could take the boy out of Michigan, but you can't take the potatoes out of the boy.
Out of the boy.
All
And
right.
like I wonder, like, you know, the red is like the red clay from maybe.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's the red clay that they get, and they use some of the sand, some of the particulate from the desert to actually make it stick, you know, and it protects them from the weather, rain,
Oh, love it.
stuff like that. Yeah.
So yeah, a clay city.
A clay city in the middle of the grassland. So take that for creativity.
I love it.
And there's like a few smaller ones
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have your clay bodega for sure.
Well,
Exactly.
we gotta have clay classes too. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everything, yeah, it's still
the
classes.
working clay class.
Yeah.
Sure. And like clay municipal buildings.
Yeah.
And clay courts and clay policemen. And
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Rolling
Beautiful.
Metropolis.
All right, Carlos, your turn.
Awesome.
So pick a spot and let us know let's find out what's there.
Yeah, I'm going to pick this forest lake. Right here by this forest lake, I'm going to draw something. Let me put a big X right there. Bloop. So I'm going to draw something right here. Bloop.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's primo real
Prime
estate.
real estate, yeah.
And what am I rolling? The POI chart?
Yeah, points of interest chart.
Okay. Roll. And I got
Secluded.
secluded. Ooh.
Ooh.
So just something that's secluded?
Yeah, like you know, what kind of so secluded is the most the least populated areas. So maybe it's a park, maybe it doesn't necessarily have to be where people live, but it is a place that people visit.
Oh, okay. I want to make a secluded spiky granite pit.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like kind of big and like no one goes down there because it has these like, big spikes in it. No one dares enter.
The spiky pit.
Spiky pit. But it's very beautiful, and when the sun hits it at the right angle, it shows all the dead bodies that fill it.
That took a turn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Seems pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
These spikes are down there for sure. Cool. That's a little. This is where people like they park their car.
Just like the observation
Yeah,
part.
that's the observation part. And then there's also like a little playground over here for the kids, guys.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the kids, there's like
So they don't play in the spike. pit.
yeah. So they just there's like a little jungle gym thing right
There
there.
you go.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
It's all you, Edward.
All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna find a spot here. Sorry, Roll20 give me a little bit.
Where are you thinking?
I am. Sorry, Roll20 went blank for me for a second here. Okay, here we go.
Not all of our hard work.
Yeah, I'm keeping this. I don't know about you guys, but I'm printing this out and putting it on my fridge.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
That would be
Like,
awesome, actually.
Yeah, get that with a macaroni necklace. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some pipe cleaners on there. Send it to my mom.
Hey, my Roll20 froze here real quick.
Made
Oh.
this at work today.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, my parents.
This is what I'm doing.
Yeah. So how's your job going, Carlos? Oh, it's good, Mom. It's really good. Got a lot accomplished today.
Made this?
Yeah,
I
look
made-
at this. I made math.
I made this. With children? No. Other adults.
Adult men.
Adult men.
Oh, man. We're sitting in Indian style around the table here. Yeah, I think I might have to. Roll20 just took it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'll just have to dead air time. We concentrate on these clay hills and.
You want me to pick a spot for you? Where were you thinking?
You know what? Maybe down in the between the marsh and the swamp. It seems like some good area to. Go
Okay,
there.
cool.
Okay.
Yeah, let's let me put an X right there. Put a big red X. Right. Oh no, right
I
here.
think he was thinking,
He was thinking here. Ignore that first X.
Put a bigger red X, yeah.
Yeah, I made a bigger
Yeah,
X
pro.
right there.
Definitely.
That's right.
You want me to roll for you?
Yeah, go for it. Totally.
Cool. Points of
Yeah,
interest.
while we get that loaded up. Yes.
Yeah.
See what I got.
Ooh.
What is it? What is it?
We got Metropolis.
Metropolis again.
Oh, so the big city.
Ooh, it better be Blueberry Land
Yeah.
to get to go
like
up
a-
against
Yeah,
like the
I
Red
like
Berry
this.
Land.
It's like a
Right,
rival
exactly.
town.
Yeah.
Like Bloods and Crips over here.
Got to play them in the jumping the spike pit.
Yeah, that's where they vacation there.
The scenic spike
So-
pit.
Yeah, they're like, well, your Metropolis is round. Well, yours is square.
Yeah, since we're on the between these waters here, it's definitely a city on stilts.
On stilts. Oh,
Oh.
that's great.
You know, just in case you want to make sure you keep that real estate going here. They're like a couple of just really big buildings with some bridges in between them.
Oh, that makes sense. Little Water
That's
World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Little
how good was
Waterworld.
Water World when it came out?
Oh, dude.
I love
I mean,
it.
I loved it.
I thought it was cool, but the culture told me it was not cool.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
that's how.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the set kept like falling into the ocean,
Into the water.
Yeah.
proving that there can never be a water world.
Well, it's like, you always read about like, oh yeah, the days we had to shoot in a water tank were the worst, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, let's make a whole movie where we do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go wrong.
it does seem a bit masochistic.
I mean, Kevin Costner, he was at the height, and that was his first directing thing he did. It was it was a big deal.
He directed that?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't
What
know
a-
that.
Yeah.
What a choice.
He sunk
Yeah.
a lot of money into that movie.
Okay.
You know what?
All right,
The chat's
gentlemen,
doing
have a great night.
the chat's doing puns. I'm allowed to do puns if the chat does puns. Okay,
know
that's
what,
how I.
Absolutely.
What's
Absolutely.
the chat cut?
The chat did one. Let's Marsh bug. Carlos, would you say all your stuff is rolling? This is when I was doing the rolling hills. 20. Come on. I mean that's a pun right there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
That's on brand too.
That's good.
it's pretty good.
All right, there we go. I got my little Stilt City here.
Stilt City looks awesome.
Ooh,
Oh,
Stilt
is it
City, USA.
Stilt City? Stilt City.
Stilt City. Yeah, I'm there.
It has like a jingle that like Jesse and the Rippers would have made in Full House.
Yes.
All right, so there we go.
Awesome.
So these are so we got our Stilt Metropolis, our Claytown, Rolling Claytown. We have the spiky pits here near the Forest Lake Park, and then the mysterious potato farm.
Yeah, I feel kind of like it got phoned in on my
Dude, don't feel proud about your potato farm, man.
I am. I
Yeah.
just could have put some more work into
Those
it.
potatoes are delicious. I keep telling you, you
Yeah.
gotta try them.
They're full of starch.
Yeah, hey, who doesn't like a starchy food? All right, so we're going to take a little break from drawing here, and we're
Okay.
going to try out the next part of the survey phase. Is the basically we're going to take a regional survey here. We're going to answer some questions about the area and kind of have some conversations and figure out a little bit more about the culture of this area. We already got a little bit kind of going for us. So let's go to. Can you see the regional survey questions by chance?
Yes.
Let's see. Doo-doo.
Yes, I have that.
Regional survey questions. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like a list of 30 questions. Okay, so Carlos, since you have not gone first,
Okay.
Pick a question. Any question that you feel might be interesting. So things like, when's the best time to visit the region? What kind of animals live here? Things like that. Just what do you think seems interesting to you?
I want to do number 29. How do people mourn? Wait, is this for a specific place, or I get to pick the place?
It's for the entire region. So for this region of Stilt City, Clay Town,
Gotcha.
Spiky, how do people mourn in this region?
Yeah, so I think at like Stilt City, I think a lot of this place is like covered in water. How they mourn is they dry out their dead, like so they don't get washed away, so they don't disappear. I just had it reboot on me, or maybe someone.
I'm sorry, that's my.
Oh, you
my
switch
doing.
pages?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's what they do. I think, it's a great honor. Like, the more powerful you are, the more like dried out you would be. So like a mummy, basically. So they would, that's how you show like honor to your family is, you hold on to them, I guess, and keep them dry and not moist. I just imagine everything at Stilt City is very wet. Like, no matter where you are.
There's lakes, marshes, swamps, ponds. It's the whole get up. It's kind of a sign of respect of like, you've been submerged most of your life. This is the opportunity to go dry out a little bit.
Yeah,
have a little comfort.
I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what we're doing now is so the page I switched to is the expressions page, as I call it. This is basically like a brochure. So we are going to, not quite yet, but when we get a moment, we're going to draw or write a little phrase or something that kind of helps sell this region. So we're going to split this page up into 4 parts, and each of us are going to have a little section where we kind of mention it. You can use the text tool if you want to. It doesn't have to necessarily be a drawing. The way I describe it is it can be an expression is a drawing, a vivid description, or combination of both that embodies the answer to the question. So keep that in mind. Keep the drawing out mourning process in mind when we come into the drawing part of this. All right, so Terry, your turn. Same question looks good to you, and figure out what you like to do.
All right.
And I'll carry it back over the map page until we start doing the expressions here.
Okay.
So you have some of the reference here.
So I'll kind of keep it inclusive here. I'll go with number 27. What is a myth people tell about here?
Ooh.
Okay.
So I guess this would kind of be their creation story. So since there is a lot of water around, they believe that humanity wasn't the first intelligent creatures that developed in this area. It was actually octopuses or octopi. Because they're very, very smart. They're my favorite animals. And they're very smart. And
shout out octopus.
That's
how you do it.
Hey, So there's a lot of drawings and stuff about octopi, and inside of the potato cave as well, there's old hieroglyphs and petroglyphs of different types of octopi, and some even say that underwater, because the water is real deep, there's not even places that look shallow, they're really deep. So they say that the octopi of today are invisibly guiding humanity in this area to a better future.
Ooh. Love it. Man.
Creepy.
Hey, man.
But topical.
That's amazing. He just thought that up like on the top of his head right now. That's pretty awesome.
I'm a weird dude, man.
I think Terry's a natural fit for the game like this. So.
Yeah.
So okay. Your turn, Logan. What are you thinking about here?
I'm going to go with 15. What is the most popular snack here?
Oh.
And how does it taste to travelers?
Oh, please say Dunkaroos. Please say Dunkaroos.
Oh, man. Now I'm
reconsidering. Yeah, you just don't dunk the Dunkaroo.
I am going to go with dried seaweed that they dredge up in big sheets, and then they dry it out, and they have like big bed, like farms of it. So they like cordon off some of the wetlands or like the swamp, and like drop seaweed in there for it to root and grow. And then they pull it up and dry it out and then like season it. And like every family's got a different like seasoning for it.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
I
it's
like
like-
that. Yeah.
Is it like a jerky? Like
yeah.
a-
Well, have you ever had just like, it's like nori, like what they roll sushi in?
yeah, I've had that before.
Yeah, you can just buy that to eat.
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
It doesn't
Yeah, like
really-
Delicious.
Yeah, it's great.
Does it have a taste?
yeah, it tastes like seaweed.
Oh, okay.
But like I buy like the wasabi seasoned
Oh,
one. It's got
gotcha.
a little kick to it.
Yep.
What are some of the name brands?
I'd say like Wheaties.
Oh god.
Oh, come on.
I like the bread.
Wheaties. Do you have another one?
Sea grass.
Is it-
It's got like 6 E's.
yeah, sea.
And there's a little
like
there's
it.
a little octopus giving a like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Cerritos? Cerritos, would that be one?
Cerritos?
Yeah, like,
yeah, sure.
yeah, seaweed Doritos.
Seaweed. Yeah. And then they taste different. So like they have like competitions to see who has the best seasoning every year. Maybe they have like a seaweed festival,
Yeah.
like a street festival
yeah.
where everybody kind of competes. That's it.
Dude, that's
yeah.
awesome.
I feel like
Yeah.
tastes like seagrass.
Yeah.
It's quite nutritious.
That's
from
really
what I've
good. Not filling at all.
Yeah.
Go straight to your hips.
But like you could use it in like other meals and stuff, like as a part of a meal or an appetizer or snack,
Yeah.
You
much
make a
like
little
people do
dashi
now.
from it,
What's that?
a little kombu. You make a little kombu dashi with it.
Yeah.
You know,
Ooh.
seaweed soup.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Pop it
Yeah.
in like a little miso broth.
Yeah.
Oh man. Mm. So I am going to kind of follow on your footsteps here. Let's see if I can find. I know the question. I just don't remember where I put it. Yeah, describe a regional holiday and how is it honored? So I'm going to tell you about the week of drying, and basically it's like a pilgrimage where people from the stilt city get down from their stilts and go through the rolling grasslands down into the clay town, the clay rolling hills. And it's the two big cities is where they meet up, and they kind of bring out their things that they want to dry, like the seaweed that's brought in, the dead is brought in, and various other things that just kind of need to be dried out. Maybe some clothes that are a little musty, some old artifacts. So it's kind of like it's a pilgrimage that people take from one toward the middle of the map here, where everybody kind of brings all their things, and there's big stalls that set up of all the things that they need to dry out: dried fruit, dried seaweed, dried potatoes, various things like that, and people. Not next to each other though.
Yeah.
That'd be a weird vibe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
So what we're going to do now is I'll take you to the expressions page here, and so transition coming. Woo!
Whoa. Should I
Do one of
close
these
the regional
metaphors.
survey?
Yes, please.
Close it?
Yes, please.
Cool.
So everybody, basically, we're going to kind of divide this up into 4 little parts here, or 4 sections, and we can kind of. I think Roll20 will let us all draw at once here, so kind of just made a little marks here for everybody to kind of. So we'll go in the order. So what is it? Carlos, you'll get the top left.
Okay.
Terry, you'll have the top right. Logan, you'll have the bottom left, and I'll have the bottom right.
Cool.
So again, we're going to make an expression of it. It might be just a little doodle, a little phrase, something that kind of talks about the question you answered.
Okay.
Cool.
So yeah, let's see here. We'll like 3 minutes. Don't want to spend too much time doing this, but just a little kind of. Again, it's like a brochure here.
Okay, so we're drawing a little picture of what
It could be
represents.
a picture or a phrase, maybe. Like if it's maybe the catchphrase for one of the seaweed chips that we talked about. Or,
Gotcha.
Or like what's the term for drawing? It doesn't have to be a drawing. It's a little break here from you if you don't want to be drawing all the time.
Oh, I want to draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came here to draw.
I came here to draw.
That's right.
God, guys.
Love it.
Oops.
Okay, I don't know what everyone else is doing. I'm very focused on what I'm doing though.
It's all right.
So I'm gonna look down and see. Now I'm looking at Logan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Logan's doing. Now I'm looking at. Oh man, that pilgrimage thing and that octopus. You guys got a lot of cool stuff going on there. What am I doing here? Man, it's times like this that I think I've never seen a mummy in my life.
No, it looks very dry over there.
Yeah,
I'm quite parched even looking at it.
It's super dry. How about
So much clicking.
yeah, so
Oh my.
okay.
Don't quite just dry.
I'm feeling pretty good about mine, guys. I'm feeling.
I like it.
It's
I mean, who wouldn't want to come here looking at this kind of brochure? You know, you're at the airport and you're like, I don't know where I want to go. Like, well,
Wheaties. God, any amount of money says that there are some marijuana brownies or chips called Wheaties.
Oh, 100%. I've been to
Oh.
Colorado.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Let's see.
There was a gold rush for that name in Colorado.
Is it really?
No.
Okay.
But I feel like a bunch of people probably jumped on it real quick.
Yeah, and if not, someone right now is putting that trademark in.
Yeah. I would.
Yeah.
Wow.
So good, but not filling.
It got dark over here real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. So I'm gonna draw. Maybe he's surrounded by water. Okay, I think I got mine.
Perfect. Yeah, I think we're all wrapped it up here. So this is the brochure here for our region.
Eight, don't hate.
Yes.
All right, cool. Well, that's the survey phase. So we're going to move on here to the final phase, Chronicle. And this is kind of where the game opens up. This is something where, let's say you were playing at a group, on a table. This is a phase you don't necessarily even have to play all together at the same time. It's something you can play like, over the next couple weeks or months, and like you come up with this, you have a map, you have a loose idea what the culture is. Because think of the conversations we've had. We've already come up with a fair amount of things about this place.
True.
So basically from here, this is kind of where the game opens up a good bit. And you're basically, everybody's tasked with making postcards. So we're going to basically, since we're on a stream here, I thought the best way to go about it is just by creating a page for each of us, and we'll make a postcard from this area. But generally, when you play the game, you can make it if you're playing with players on Roll20, where people just go to the handout, you put an image in, and maybe you upload something, or you do it digitally, or you can use the page tool here. And it's just a way to kind of do some storytelling with creative writing, drawing, and various other ways.
Gotcha.
And like I said, it gets loosey. So there's not really a turn order here. But again, since we're on stream here, I think it'd be good to kind of like everybody takes a turn. Because I really want to put you all drawing in front of people for children.
Awesome.
Yeah,
okay, let's do it.
So, all right. So, Terry, have you got to go first yet?
Nah, I'll be the tribute, the first tribute.
Yeah.
The first
Yay.
tribute. All right. So I'm gonna drag you over to the page here.
All right.
Okay. And pardon me. Do you want a grid, Terry? That make you feel more comfortable, or?
Sure. Yeah.
I'll take the grid open for you. So yeah, just divide the page in half. Hamburger, hot dog, your preference. I'm not going to be forcing it. So there's two parts of a postcard. There's basically the visual and the conversation. Mm-hmm. So basically, the visual imagery describes the location from which the card is sent. The image aims to capture the geography and the culture of the region, areas people identify with, be it a monument, historical event, or a bunch of people happily lazing about on the beach. The card does not have to represent the entire region, just a place in the region worth visiting. Then on the back is the conversation. When someone picks up a postcard, the image is already in place. So you're going to kind of switch roles. You are going to then be a traveler who's in this region. You picked up the postcard, and then you're going to write something on the back. And you're going to write someone maybe home or a friend or families, lovers, the estranged. Use the back of the card as an opportunity to tell a story of a traveler visiting a new region and writing to someone somewhere about their experience in the region. That makes sense?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. It's just as I said. So first start with the visual. Like what's on the front of this card here?
Yeah. All right. Well, water will be one. For sure. All right. We're gonna do hamburger style. Okay.
Yeah, I was leaning towards hamburger style.
Yeah, it feels like it's the most postcardy.
Yeah. Were you thinking hot dog? Logan has a look on his face like he's all hot dog though.
To be honest, I'm always thinking about hot dogs.
Pro hot dog.
All right, I don't know. Just because I'm a top bottom visualization, I guess. I don't know. All right, so can I? Okay. So can I just pick whatever region that's part of this area?
Well, so this is all one region. So anywhere in the region.
In the region. Gotcha.
Yeah, like just take a look. Like look at that map, and I'll drag you over to the map here just to get a little visual or a little influence here. And just kind of think about a place you'd want to send or you'd want to make a postcard from.
Okay,
like,
I got it.
A little bit. Okay, we'll take you back to your page here.
I got it.
It's all you.
Okay, so I guess I'll make a line right here. Is that cool?
Yeah, you do you.
To divide. And so what I'm gonna do is come on, colors. I'm gonna stick with my little red built metropolis here. And these things are huge. Like they're like each one of these, like the biggest one could house like maybe 10 skyscrapers.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, it's Metropolis. That makes sense.
Yeah. So they're kind of like just in domes almost, but it's made out of the red clay and stuff, and it kind of like an anthill.
Yeah.
So like inside of it, like filled with
totally
a bunch of stuff. Yeah. And so what I'll do is come up here to my colors, and in the background, you see like the bigger cliffs. They're like.
Oh yeah. Forgot about those cliffs.
Yeah, they're like way up there.
Terry, you're pretty good at this. This looks like a real postcard.
Dude, I'm on the internet. You got to perform on the internet.
It's true.
Let's see. There's like clouds up here. that's really high up. And let's go and put a happy little sun.
Yep, there it is.
Like over here, because it's a postcard, right?
Yeah.
You
Gotta have that happiness in there.
gotta have your happiness, yeah. A little happy yellow.
You're not sending postcards for mourning.
Yeah, no. Nah.
Crying
not
about
right.
you in Cleveland.
Really bad news.
Yeah, really bad
Really
news.
bad news.
Really bad news. Wish you could be here.
Yeah. Grandma's drying out right
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was thinking of you.
now. Yeah. All right, have some rays coming through, you know. It's for the people that live in the water stilted place. You know, like maybe take a break from that. Come out to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out to the
rolling
berries.
hills. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the berries. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And since let's just add one more cloud here. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting into this weirdly enough.
You love it.
I mean, that's kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Blue skies. I'm gonna fill in the green a little bit, just so you know that it's green hills. I don't know. Like I said, expressionist, man.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Green hills here. And I mean, people are super chill out here. They're like, chill. Because it's not the water, it's not the desert, you know. They're just relaxing, having a good time.
Yeah. What do you think the slogan is for this place, for this metropolis?
Let's see. You can be merry if you visit the berries.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh.
I love it.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah, since they
Very
put
good. I
since
love
they
it.
put Terry in charge of their tourist marketing plan.
Yeah, Terry the Merry Berry tour guide.
They also look like potatoes a little bit.
You
They
know?
kind of do,
Yeah.
yeah. You know, in antiquity, a lot of people thought that these were where the potato people from the caves relocated.
Oh,
But no one can verify that yet. So yeah, it's like a little urban legend.
they couldn't get the lumps out of their head.
Yeah, exactly.
Too many
Just stay-
eyes.
Oh,
I like it. Okay, so that's my top half right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, tell me a little story. Let's write a little letter from.
So, all right. A letter. Okay. So, am I like a guy like
So
off
you're a
to-
traveler.
Okay.
You visited the berries,
Okay.
and you found this postcard, and you're like, I want to write somebody, you know, and who would you write?
Gotcha.
And what would you tell them about it? Or why would you even send it? You don't necessarily have to explain, like, it's not about, you don't have to build the lore of the place, but it's just about you're someone on the ground level looking at this place. You're like, I'm going to send this postcard to somebody.
Okay.
And you can use, there's also a text tool too, if you want to use that instead of the freehand.
Yeah, all right.
How you feel about your mouse handwriting skills?
Sucks. Okay. So, I will say to my dearest Emily. I don't know why Emily feels
I
like.
like it. Emily is right.
think it
It's
works.
correct.
Did that just delete?
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh,
Oh,
there
no,
it goes.
there it
Yeah.
is.
There it is. Okay. All right. It's my keyboard's kind of messing up. All right. It's dry here.
That's like
The
a common
berries.
thing to say.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
it's almost like a
It's
meme.
also, yes. Being thirsty around here is an entirely different meaning than
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Look at this
married?
dry guy over here.
Yeah. Who is this?
Yeah.
I met the driest guy at the bar last night.
Not so bad. But the old people talk about potatoes.
Hit enter on that. Hit enter on that letter so we can see it on here. I don't think it passes through until you're actually done with it.
Got you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I hit enter.
Or whatever. Click off of it. I think there it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
The folks are not so bad, but the old people talk about potatoes a lot.
Boom. I guess I'll write something else.
Yeah, it's just, postcards are, you don't get so much room on a postcard, it's
Yeah, exactly.
it's.
I'm just gonna say my name is Tom.
Like they don't, like she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love
right.
Tom.
I don't know, man. I don't
No,
know. I
that's
hadn't seen her in
I
a
like
long
it.
time.
Oh, I thought you were gonna actually write. My name is Tom.
Oh. That's what I thought you were going to do.
Yeah, no.
Nothing
I'm
awkward
role
about it.
playing right now, guys. Yeah.
Emily,
good,
I am
that's good.
definitely not a robot. My name is
Yeah,
Tom.
no, my name is Tom. Yeah.
I will do whatever captures you need me to do.
Yeah.
Street signs, I know what they
Yeah.
look like.
I'm there. I'm
School
pro.
buses, bicycles.
Oh, here's a question for you guys, actually. Not to get off topic, but on the subject of captchas, I want to know what your preference is when you get those captchas. It's like, choose all the boxes with street signs on it, right?
Mhm.
You guys get those? Are you the type of person that clicks the maybe boxes? You know, when you get like a liner, like a street sign's like maybe a little bit in there. Are you a person that always clicks on it or never clicks on it?
So I am a never clicker because we're teaching the machines how to look at stuff, and I don't want them to get too good too quick. So I'm trying to slow down the process a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
so if you get a
hashtag-
liner, you're not going to click it. If you get like
No.
one that's like, okay.
I don't want those machines to learn that yet. I don't want them to get that good yet.
Oh,
I am hashtag team never click.
never
And-
click.
Yeah, and I don't do it because of that. I just do it because it's good enough. Like,
Yeah, I like your.
Logan?
I randomly generate passwords for everything all the time. Like I always click
Yeah.
forgot password.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
get new passwords. So I rarely do captchas.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta do cat. So wait, when someone asks you to prove that you're like, oh no, I've been compromised, and then you don't do the captcha, you just reset your password.
Look, I can't. Might be a robot.
Wow,
Uh,
this is amazing. I
Yeah.
ask people this question all the time. I think I don't know what I'm doing with this information, but it seems like it should like tell you about that person, right? It seems like
Yeah,
because this is the first time I've because usually people say always click, like they're always clickers, and the thing is about this, whether you always do it or always don't do it, it seems to have the same response like every time.
Yes.
It always seems to be like a crapshoot for both sides, so I don't understand. But Logan, you are the first person that says I reset my password right away.
Oh,
every time.
I do it every time just to keep my password safe.
Wow.
I like it.
It's
like
like
it.
one
Every
extra
time.
step. It's like a third step authentication.
Wow.
Right.
Also,
I
I'm-
never thought about it like that.
I don't
never
have that
remember
time.
my passwords.
Oh, okay. Are you
Okay,
just using like
I-
LastPass or something, or
Yeah, I just have them reset, and they send me an email.
really?
I'm just like, what? I got time.
I've never done that. I use like the
Wow.
same like 4 passwords.
Yeah, that's how you get hacked.
Yeah, but what are they gonna hack me for? I don't. This is another subject. This is we don't need to
Yeah,
put.
yeah.
Tell Tom don't put this on the postcard, Tom.
Hey, I was typing. I had to delete all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Much
compromised.
for everybody.
Yeah.
All right. So whose turn? I guess. So we started with you, Terry. So it's your turn next, Logan.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna drag it over.
Okay.
All right.
I
Show
got a
us
bit of
your,
I got an idea.
Your postcardery that you have for everybody.
All right, since
And again-
I lost the hamburger hot dog wars, so I'll just go.
Oh, it's a
hamburger.
personal choice. That's an aesthetic.
No, I'll play along.
Play along. This is no one's game, Logan. Like no one's playing the hamburger hot dog game.
I I'm a real human boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops.
I like this though. It's like, you know what this is? I know what this is because you had to cut the hamburger, and you know how like sometimes when you use a bread knife you get a little too much of the top and not enough bottom.
Yeah.
That's what happened in this screen right here.
I don't need that much space for text.
Yeah. It's a short message.
And I'm going Spike Pit, baby.
Oh, Spike Pit,
yes.
baby.
And since Carlos was so kind as to provide the visual, there's gonna be some bodies.
Yeah, let him hit the floor.
I knew you were gonna be into that.
Yeah.
It's just like
You put him on top of the spike.
yeah. How did
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
assumed you meant?
Okay, I like how this one was naked when he fell.
Look, you want me to draw clothes for it?
No, don't. I'm also thinking about the advertising team that came up with this postcard.
No, I'm. It's the Board of Tourism, and they're doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's historic.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
It's got a little shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Died with dignity.
No pants. Just
Okay.
I'm getting there. Shorts.
You know, it's an open casket, so you only have to keep the top half.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll
A
put
little bit of blood.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Or his
it'd be
shorts.
real weird.
It'd be weird. Yeah.
Right?
That'd be a robot.
Be a lot weirder
Yeah.
without the blood. And tinier spikes. And the top of the spike pit.
Oh yeah, the little cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then almost every postcard I've ever seen has like a greetings or like a big
Oh.
text on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like greetings from Michigan.
Yeah. I've never seen a postcard that says that.
You know what's funny? Back in like the early 2000s, I had a MP3 player in my car dash, and I had a data CD playing in it, and it was like brand new. Like, oh, what's a data CD? You know, it's like early 2000s, and we drove over the state lines into Michigan, and this Sufjan Stevens song started playing on this data CD, and on the CD console it just said "Greetings from Michigan," and I was like, "Oh my God, how does it know?" This is like pre-Google. This is like when you had to say, "Hey, MapQuest that for me."
Yeah.
I
wow.
still say MapQuest.
Yeah, I remember printing out the directions, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news.
I like it.
The marketing team. It's
It's a very
pits.
ambitious board.
Well, I liked the idea of postcards for morning, so I'm gonna write one. That text is way too big. Whoops. Just scribbled. I have no frame of reference for how big font sizes are.
Well, you zoom in a
Roll.
lot. Like, yeah, on Roll20 you can zoom in, zoom out, so.
Don't peek, Carlos.
I already peeked. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Got some bad news.
Got some bad news. Yeah, I really like this pit you drew.
Thanks.
It also looks like his shorts are coming off a little bit, so it gives you like the realism of
Gravity.
it.
Yeah.
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 We found the spike pit while we were visiting. Wait, who's writing this?
Yeah.
I am.
What from who though? Logan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Logan's visiting.
But wait. Oh, okay. But so, oh wow, Tom's gonna be so upset that his postcard didn't get to Emily
Yeah, no, yeah.
before she died.
Wow.
Hope you're well, Logan.
Wow.
I dig it.
She never got a chance to dry.
Oh,
Wow.
I love
Look,
that's sad, man.
it's
That's sad, but I like it.
it's not like the worst way to go. According to you, people fall into the spike pit all the time.
But that doesn't mean it's easy or good or people want to.
No,
No.
but she'll live forever in the spike pit.
Yeah,
Did they
there's
sell?
that.
Wait, did they sell these postcards like up above, like at like the visitor center?
Yeah, just in
Oh,
case.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's on a metal wire rack too, and you're just like spinning at all the different corpses that are on the,
Yeah.
It's like, how am I going to explain this? Well, we have these postcards.
Yeah, and it's also like other visitor centers that have like the keychains with your name on it. So
Yeah.
there's definitely going to be an Emily, right?
Well, I mean, I wrote.
Yeah, there's those too.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. You did write that.
Yeah.
Well,
he
I
saw
thought
her
it was
die with his own
pre-printed.
eyes.
Emily fell into a spike pit while we were visiting, and then you just put Logan on the bottom. That's how I took it.
Yeah, no, the postcard says bad news.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it would be pre-written. Side note, when I was growing up and I would see those like keychains or whatever, there was never a Carlos one. So I would probably get an Emily fell into the spike pit.
Same.
And someone would
Yeah.
crudely put in my name.
There, Carlos.
Carlos.
No, I feel like or a shirt that says "My family visited the spike pit and all I got was
Emily's
death."
shirt. All I got was Emily's clothes.
Wow. Wow.
I'm not so merry in the berries anymore.
Yeah.
No, thanks. Yeah, it took a turn there.
Oh, awesome.
I'm just happy all my grammar was correct.
Oh,
on the
that's pretty
internet.
good.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
All right, that's my turn, I guess, now. Here.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll go look back at the map real quick. Pardon me.
Bad news.
See what's got a...
Good.
Map we got going on. We got the spike pit over there. We got what was this? A forest coast? What
It's a
was it?
Forest Lake,
Forest lake?
and then the coast with like the red clay.
Oh yeah, that was the coast. Yeah, we got the dunes, berries.
So I'm gonna do it. I got it here.
You got it?
Over here. Okay. No mind. I like to go grid free here. I don't want the restrictions.
Ooh, going off the
Whoa.
grid.
Off the grid, man.
Off the grid.
I got my bug out bag.
No captures for this guy.
He's off the grid.
I like it. Get rid of those captures. We don't need
Yeah.
them.
Don't need him.
Okay. Let's go with okay.
Where is your postcard from?
So I'm going to take my postcard, or make my postcard. It's going to be from the kind of in between the swamp and the high cliffs, looking over to the Stilt City. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
place-
Yeah.
You're over in the cliffs, and you just get a really great view of the stilts off in the distance.
Man, he has that tablet. I just had
I
to tell
know.
myself that he has
I
that
know, yeah.
tablet. I was like, man, those are good clips. And I'm like, man, he has a tablet.
Yeah, I'm cheating. I'm sorry. I should have told y'all.
No, it's good.
No,
It would have
that's
been great if you didn't tell us until the
Yeah.
very end. We would have all
You're
been-
like, man, that guy's like a mouse like legend. I've never seen anybody.
It's like people who make impressionist paintings in MS Paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're like, no. And then you watch like the video and you're like, oh.
Like what?
Yeah.
It's good. Well, I'm like when I like the big colors here.
Mhm.
Let's do black and white from now. So my computer's a little old, so it gets a little mad at me when I ask it to do anything.
It's the equalizer for the tablet.
Yes,
Exactly.
right.
I have done a CAPTCHA before. Like,
I'm glad. Thank you.
I love how that's on your mind right now.
I know, yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that. That's so funny, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I have done a capture before. It's like that scene in a movie where like the nerd says, "I have kissed a girl before."
Yeah. But somehow more nerdy.
Yeah, but more nerdy apparently. That's so funny. Oh man, when we were talking about the names that they have at like stations or visitor centers, I went to Universal Studio. I think it was Universal. Yeah, Universal. They had like E.T. the Ride.
Yeah, that's Universal.
Yeah. So I went E.T. the Ride, waited in line for like what felt like forever. And then when you get like really close, they ask you what your name is. They take it down, put it in a machine, and then you go on this ride. And the ride is basically you're trying to save E.T., you know, trying to make sure he's safe from the FBI or whoever. And at the end, your cart pulls in, and you're slowly going by E.T., and he's thanking everyone on the ride, okay, in his E.T. voice, pre-recorded. And he goes, "Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Logan." And then they get to me, and he says, "Thank you, passenger number 5." I was so excited to go on this ride, and I just like turned to my friend. I was like, "Can you believe that E.T. didn't even try to learn my name?"
Right?
Like it's not that much harder than Emily.
I guarantee they wouldn't have had my name.
Oh yeah, probably not at that time.
They didn't start having novelty license plates with my name until about 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
And it was well past when I was a child, so I felt
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
Because you
ripped off.
always look. You go to those spindles and you turn the spindle, and you're like, "Oh, where's my name?" Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Bort.
Yeah, Bort.
Yeah.
We need more Bort license plates. Man, look at this. Look at this Picasso over here.
I know.
Stilts in like right in the water, looking at these cliffs. It's so lovely.
It's a great view over
Great
here.
scenic.
You know.
I'm sorry E.T. didn't learn your name, Carlos.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It was just so funny, and it was so unexpected too.
We can go like beat him up.
I mean, he's probably gonna get
I have
remade
bad
sometime
news
in the
for
next
you.
10 years, so you know that'll be his punishment.
I'm gonna be so mad if that happens.
If they remake E.T.
I wasn't a fan in the first place.
Really?
I'm not. I've never been a fan of the movie.
You know, I haven't. There's a lot of movies I haven't revisited, so I will give you that one. I like it. It's a childhood movie, but also I've revisited movies in the past, and I'm like, whew.
Yeah.
It always freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah. Well, it's scary.
Yeah, it's
Oh
scary.
yeah. Yeah. Freaked me out.
Do you guys ever see Mac and Me?
Mackin, it sounds
No.
really familiar.
No.
Whew. So Mac and Me is like the B movie like equivalent of E.T., except it came out like 3 or 4 years after E.T. and it's sponsored by Coca-Cola and McDonald's. So the instead of like Reese's Pieces, he's constantly his planet apparently instead of water had Coca-Cola or a substance that is very similar to Coca-Cola. So he's constantly drinking Cokes. He's 10 times scarier than E.T. and he has his entire family who's nude, also very scary. And there's an entire scene that takes place in a McDonald's with dancing and singing that comes out of nowhere. I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix. It's not the actual movie. It's on like a Riff Tracks or it's Mystery Science Theater 3000, season 2,
Oh, there it
episode
is.
1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So watch Mac and Me, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a rousing endorsement.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just assume everyone loves watching bad movies.
I
Like
love
do.
watching bad
Yeah, I
movies.
love
Yeah,
watching.
me too.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
That's why the Monster Squad is heavily.
Oh, Monster Squad is phenomenal.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of overt Burger King advertisement
yeah.
in Monster Squad.
And Monster Squad came out the same year as Goonies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goonies had a
Wow.
character named Chunk. Monster Squad has Fat Kid.
Yep.
Okay.
Wow.
I went to a late night midnight showing of Monster Squad where they had a director, and he to this day says he had never heard of Goonies when it came out or before it came out, that it was one of those things that it was in the zeitgeist.
Oh, he's like a Dane Cook type. That's just
It's just yeah. It's like, flat.
we just had the same idea. Me and Steven Spielberg had the same idea.
Olivia, the view from these cliffs.
I think it's just the
cliffs.
Yeah, it was a this, and I was like, oh.
No, it's all good.
You're good.
Live action here, you know.
Man, look at that. Stilt View Bluffs. That looks like a real postcard,
Yeah,
though.
that looks really good.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
Looks like a real one.
I also feel like I'm on Ghostwriter right now.
Oh, yeah. What's new, Ghost Rider?
Yes.
Yeah.
My wife wrote Ghostwriter fan fiction as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Terry, that's cool.
Yeah, that's super cool, man.
Yeah, she's a cool lady.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Potatoes. And molasses.
Oh yeah, I guess they only eat potatoes and seaweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, potato and seaweed.
Worship octopuses, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're right.
What was the saying for the octopuses? Don't hate the 8 or something?
8 don't hate.
Don't hate.
8 don't hate.
8 don't hate. I mean, there's a very rich history with that simple saying, guys. You gotta respect that.
You gotta have respect for it.
That's so funny. Let's see.
All right, there we go. Olivia, the view from the cliffs reminds me of your smile. The potatoes and seaweed stew would be right up your alley. Stu.
Aw.
Hey, and his name is Stu.
I know, that's why I was
Like
thinking, you know.
I love
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's all right, Carlos. It is your go here. Let me make sure I got a blank page.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That masterpiece that just came out a second ago. Okay, I am going to draw my line right there. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. I am going to draw oh, I know. I got this, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for something spectacular? I got to click on this. Ooh, darn it. You guys are looking at nothing right now.
No, you drew the line.
I drew the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your line.
Okay. So, I'm going to draw the cave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah, gonna draw that cave. Let me pick the gray here. So, oh, that did not come out the way I planned. Okay, but it's
a
fine.
cave. It's imperfect.
Yeah. It's a cave. Guys, get off my back. It's a cave. Is a jagged rock sticking out from the side of it. Yeah, look at that jagged cave rock. And then there is, come on, let's load this up. Pick blank. What happens if what does this do?
Oh yeah. We haven't been messing around with line weight.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a dark cave.
Oh. There we go.
Yeah, I got to get that color in there.
Probably could have came in handy about an hour ago.
Yeah. So let's get this.
We're only using digital mechanical pencils.
Pretty. It's pretty dark in there, guys.
Oof.
Yeah.
Micro. Oh man.
I should not have chosen this, but
You're in now.
I'm in too deep, guys.
Yeah.
This is really tiring out my hand here. So, okay, yeah. So it's a deep, dark cave. Look at that. And there is these, because the cave is right outside the potato line thingies.
The potatoes on the edge of town.
Yeah. They're right here. Look at that. But like, as we all know, it's just like desolate, rows, and no one has actually seen the potatoes, right? But that's because the cave has eyes.
What?
Potato eyes.
Got it. Nice.
So
Yeah, no wonder nobody goes there, man.
yeah, don't go in here
Don't look at the potato.
unless you're dumb. Those are the only people that come inside here. These are little potatoes that have eyes, guys. Or actually, they'd be pretty big potatoes.
Yeah, that's why they're terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that.
Have you ever seen a potato blink?
And it says, what would be... Oh, can I have you type on this, Logan?
Sure.
Just because I don't have a keyboard in front of me.
Yep.
Can I have you type? What would be a good greetings from here? And by good, I mean potato pun, obviously.
Oh.
I want to say something that's like,
What's the chat got?
Chat, if you have anything like good potato puns that would be here,
I know that.
now would be the time to let me know. I think it should be, well, you guys throw out your, what are some of your best ones you think would be in here?
Okay.
My best potato lines.
Yeah.
Crowdsourcing potato lines. Yeah, now we're all quiet.
Yeah, now we got nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm thinking something about being chipper.
Oh, okay. Potato chips.
Okay.
Chips,
Chippers.
Yeah.
We got a
chippers.
what's up Spud.
Okay.
What's up Spud?
All right.
I don't know if it encapsulates the scariness of the cave though.
Oh, you want a spooky potato pun?
Well,
Ooh.
that's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Okay. I'm hoping for some type of spooky potato pun. I think there's something to do with tater and later in there. I don't know.
Oh.
Something's there. Something about having a bud.
Yeah, Bud Spud is definitely
It would be
Cavney, yeah, 15 minutes. Yeah, there we go.
They're frying to meet you.
I like it. I think that's the winner right there.
I like it.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Or we're frying to meet you.
We're frying to
Yeah,
meet
we're
you.
frying to
Yeah.
meet you. I like it.
You could just use that kind of voice, we're frying to meet you.
We're also potatoes in a cave. Have yourself some potatoes. Potatoes are so interesting, guys. The potato famine. Have you ever guys done any research on the potato famine? I'm 100% serious, by the way. I'm not making a joke. It's so interesting. Anyways, I won't get into it right now.
It's like a black disease, right? That
It was a fungus. The potato
Right.
famine, it came over as a fungus, and Ireland was only planting the same types of potatoes. And whenever you grow a monocrop like that, you're like destined to like fail. Anyways,
wow.
A monocrop.
we're
So,
frying to meet you. And what would the can I dictate a letter for you?
Yes, take dictation.
Yes, thank you. How about Dearest Stu? Just hit enter in that one. Dearest Stu, this cave seems so interesting. Enter. I think you would love it here. maybe we should bring the kids.
Oh,
There you go.
plot twist.
And then say, I think Brandon.
Brandon?
Yeah.
New character.
I
Yeah, flip back a couple pages.
Yeah.
like
And then
that.
put enter.
I think Brandon.
And then put because she got bit by my postcard got bit, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Those spuds are dangerous. Okay, cool. And that's my postcard.
Yes. Well, there you go.
I love it.
I love it. Love it, love it. Cool, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah,
that
great.
is that how the game usually goes? Something
that's
like
the game.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
great.
So, like, you know, and I imagine a scenario like maybe, you know, a few days from now, you think of another place in there. And what you would do is you'd make a postcard and maybe send it to other players or log it back into Roll20 and put another, you know, it's something that's ongoing. Like, it's a game that it can be played asynchronously. You don't have to necessarily be sitting next to each other on screen. You can do it over time and play it
Yeah.
on and off.
I really like it. I like the idea. So I'm not a person that draws, but I know like my fiance draws, and like she would love it. And I can see her playing this with a friend, and they're just both drawing meticulous photos, like not a meticulous map at the same time. Because a lot of this, like we picked and chose when we went, but you can kind of do it all at the same time, right?
Yes, you totally can.
Yeah.
You know, I try to do the earlier stages in time because it gives us time to talk it out. And, you know, the things that we kind of riffed on are where a lot of the, you know, in between parts come out, where you kind of come up with new things that way. But it's totally something you could send back and forth. You could play this game entirely by mail through correspondence.
Oh.
Gotcha.
If you want to. And that's, you know, like when I get into doing the book later on, that's something I'm going to get more into. It's like a, you know, kind of play by post game, you know, make it a postcard game or make it something new, you know, and it's just another way to play and have the role playing experience, have the world building experience, but not have it be where you have to play it all together at once.
Yeah, I love that idea. I love the idea that like, so this game takes on two different feels if you are doing it in like, when he just described like, oh, you can do like, I'm hoping to get a physical copy of this game. Like that has a totally different feel than this. And that they both feel so awesome and so exciting actually. Like I would love to receive a postcard from someone. Like actually you two are probably a great example. Don't you both live in different states, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, you live in different states and you can play this game two different ways. And I don't think many games could actually say that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you can play, you know, on different time zones with somebody. If you have a friend who lives in the total end of the other end of the world, you know, they're not going to, it's hard to, you know, we're adults. It's hard to get a stream together. You know how it is. Role-playing games. It is the toughest part is probably getting people to play with you at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this game, and the idea was, how can I make a game where you don't have to be all together at the same time, and it would still work, and you could still create together and, you know, build together.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for both of you, Edward and Terry. Thank you so much for showing us this game and playing and riffing with us. I had a lot of fun, like talking and just
fun.
Yeah,
you know,
that was really great. A lot of fun.
Just like going out, like all those things. Yeah, let's go back to the map. Oh, our beautiful map.
Yeah, one look area, just, you know, just to remind everybody of this great region. But yeah, as I said, the game comes out Tuesday, so feel free to check it out. It's on Roll20. It'll be on the marketplace. Yeah, and if you get any ideas for postcards, if you're a viewer of this, please send them to me at Twitter. I'm at DRAFS, Drift Drafts. I'd be glad. I would really like to see what people come up with when they're playing. Even if it's not from this map, it's a map they make. I'd love to see what you make.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, like Edward said, if you are interested in this game and you want to check it out, go to the marketplace on Roll20 on Tuesday. That'll be the first day that you can get it, and check it out. Also, feel free to hit us up if you have any ideas. Roll20 app on Twitter. Edward, do you have, besides this game, do you have anything that you want to plug? I mean, it's a big game.
Yeah, this game has been my life for a while. There will be other games eventually, but yeah, just follow me on Twitter, I guess, or check it out. And whenever something else comes down the pipeline, I'll start posting about it there.
Awesome. And what was the name of the website again? If you could plug that. The website that for mentorships for designers, for like people who want to get into designing games.
Yeah, so it's Avery Alder's website. Again, the creator of A Quiet Year. And let me make sure I get it right. It's buriedwithoutceremony.com. And she has a list under mentorship. I don't think she has any openings right now, but it is on rolling application basis. So definitely keep your eyes on that, and definitely keep your eyes on the other games coming out through there. I'm really excited to play the other games too.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Terry, thank you so much for playing with us. Do you have anything going on?
No, just work right now. I'll just say support Edward's game.
Yeah.
And thank you guys.
Excellent.
Best friends forever.
Best friends forever.
Yeah.
Sure. Second grade.
Gang.
Well, awesome. Logan, do you have anything going on right now?
I'm always doing stuff.
Yeah. I think we're going to be doing more of these.
Yeah, we're going to do some more of these. I GM and produce Low, an actual play podcast.
Yes. Heavily edited. Like,
yeah,
you take an actual play.
Oh, yeah, it's heavily edited, which is why it comes out sometimes.
That's a good schedule.
And then, just always working on stuff, always tinkering around. Gonna get into some more of these with you and see where everything takes us.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where can they find you on Twitter?
Oh, I am at Logonomics101. I'm also on Instagram at Conqueror_worm, WYRM.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, my name is Carlos Luna. You can find me on all social media under Carlos Crits. You could probably find me on this channel playing more indie showcase games. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. This was really good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.
It's been a great time.
We will see everyone later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.